Electricity is an amazingly useful topic in physics. We utilise it almost every second of our lives in one way or another. From phones and computers, transportation, food preparation, health and medicine. I'm struggling to think of an area of our life in which electricity isn't utilised somehow. Even if you're going for a hike in nature, you're probably going to use a GPS tracker these days. Now, the way that we utilise it is by building circuits. These are wired connections between various power supplies and components that allow charge to flow and energy to be transferred. The circuits can be very, very complex, and so we need to have these things called circuit diagrams, which are basically instructions for how to properly put them together. In this video, we're going to have a look at the basics of how to understand a circuit diagram. So let's start off with the simplest part. Wires. We need the wires for the current to flow through, the charge to flow through. We draw these as lines, but it's quite important that they are straight lines and they're either horizontal or vertical. If you don't do that, these circuit diagrams can get very, very messy very, very quickly. So to keep things nice and simple, always do a straight line with horizontal and vertical lines. So here's a circuit with nothing connected. It's just a loop of wire. Now, it's very important that circuits form a closed, single, complete loop. So we're off to a good start here, even though there's nothing connected. Okay, let's add an energy source into the circuit to provide the current. Now, when we draw components in our circuit, we need to use specific symbols for specific components. So here are a few that we could use in this situation. This is a cell, one of these things. You might call it a battery, but in actual fact, in physics, a battery is a collection of cells, which we could draw like this. We could also draw a power supply, like the main sockets that you plug things into at home. But for ours, let's use a battery. Let's use a couple of cells. Okay, cool, looking good. We nearly have a working circuit, but we just have to decide what we want it to do. Now, there are loads of different components that we could choose from, each with their own symbols. And if you're taking a physics exam anytime soon, you will need to be familiar with a lot of these symbols. I'm not going to go through them all now, but here are the ones that you should know. Why don't you pause the video, take a screenshot and have a go at learning those on your own. Why don't we make a circuit for a light? Let's just have a little light that we can turn on and off. So for that, we're going to need a light bulb and we're also going to need a switch. I don't have a little switch here, but these are the symbols for a light bulb and a switch. So let's go ahead and pop those in our circuit here and here. It doesn't really matter where we put them as long as the circuit forms a complete loop. Doesn't matter where the things are. So this is looking good. We've now got a circuit diagram for a little handheld torch with a switch on and off and some batteries to power the whole thing. Lovely. Well, I hope you found this video useful. I'll see you in the next one.